they are nearer to 1 but not exactly 1. Whereas E and F can tell us there is no relation exists between these any two variables. So we need not take that we need not take that independent variables into account in our data sets while predicting the model accurate results. So I have told here that based on the number of independent variables, there is simple linear regression and multiple linear regression. So coming to simple linear regression, where only one independent variable varies when they varies with one independent variable, which gives a straight line. That is the main thing is we need to get a best fit line, and the thing is we should get a distance. The distance between these points and the line should be minimized. That is called as error value. We can see here E is nothing but the error between the points and the line. If the distance is closer, then that means we have our model has predicted in a good way. And where A is intercept, B is a slope, and E is an error. Error is nothing but the difference in the scatter plot. We can see in the scatter plot the difference between the scatter points and as well as a straight line. The error, the less the error, the more the accuracy. So we can take an example of this for linear regression, where we have dealt this in positive correlation. In the same way, we can take that example as linear regression, simple linear regression, where company increases when they spend. We can see this where in the first data that 23 million euros has spent by the company, thereby the sales increased by 651 million euros. And coming to the next data, that 26 million euros are spent on advertising. Therefore even their sales has been increased. So this is called as perfectly correlated, and we'll get a straight line. And only with this single independent variable we can't predict. So there are multiple models to predict. So even if we sorry if we take multiple independent variables, if we deal with it, the accuracy may vary. So first, if we find the R value for this and take an accuracy, and we'll add few more independent variables, and if we take an accuracy percentage, it may vary because independent variables plays a major role in this regression models. And we can see this example where the amount spent on advertising is directly proportional to the number of amount they have got based on the sales, like sales increased. And coming to this nonlinear, the regression, even they have classified that based on the curve, whether the curve is linear or non-linear. Based on that, they have classified the regression is classified into linear and non-linear. Linear we have dealt here, and non-linear is it is also similar to the linear, but where we get a fit line or a best fit curve in the form of best fit line in the form of a curve. So we call, as the name itself indicates, it's non-linear, means we'll get a best fit curve in the form of a line, curve. And hence this uses logarithmic functions, trigonometric functions, exponential and other functions. And this nonlinear is nothing but where y values are random. We can't predict that y values increases or decreases gradually. In nonlinear regression, the y values varies randomly with respect to x values. So both linear and nonlinear regression are used, but linear regression gives us a straight line, and non-linear gives us a curve. And due to that, there may vary in the accuracy result, and which leads to the use of other models too. Even non-linear regression modeling is similar to linear regression in both but the accuracy may vary. We'll see that with an example. The main thing we'll see with an example, that using power kilowatts, the energy consumption versus temperature. The objective is that to predict an electrical consumption based on the temperature value. What is, if the temperature is higher, what is the energy consumption by the people? So we can take an example here that the value we have drawn a, we have gave a visual representation based on this data. We can see the first curve where there is no proper properly related curve. We can't analyze anything from this curve. So to get rid of this, we because normally non-linear regression is a trial and error method. As output or y values are random, so we need to know, we should go on predicting them in the form of a trial and error method. So as this model has not been predicted, we can't predict anything from this first curve. So what we have done is we have squared the temperature and we have drawn a curve which resulted in the second curve. So we can see that there is a major difference between these two curves. When there is a normal temperature, the curve was this, where we can't analyze anything. So when we have squared the temperature, we got this. If in case even after squaring, if we get this type of curve, then we'll need to triple the temperature, so that accuracy increases and we'll get to know the proper output of the value. So as we have said that we need to calculate the correlation values, that is coefficient of correlation, that is R value. After applying this temperature square, after doing this temperature square, the value obtained is this. That is R value is 99% and the R square is 98%. And based on these values, we have uh, we come across this equation or the formula 15.87 into temperature square. Here we need to substitute the temperature which we want to predict, the particular temperature, so that we'll get the value of that. We'll get the energy consumption at that particular temperature. So as these outputs are random, this hence it's an example of non-linear regression. And as we have squared the temperature, it's mainly a trial and error method. And when we come to logistic regression, it's a form of regression in which the predicted values are binary values. It's like Boolean values, yes or no, whether a person is diabetic or not, whether he's a cancerous patient or not. In the form of binary, the outcome is in the form of binary. We can tell it as even classification. In classification, it's similar to classification, but based on the past results and past outcomes, we'll predict whether this person is having or not this disease, whether he is having this disease or not. We'll predict that. And as we have said that nonlinear regression uses like exponential curves and trigonometric equations. In the same way, logistic regression model have used exponential curve, as we can see in this. The number of hours studied, and the number of hours studied is directly proportional to the marks which we get in the exam. Naturally, as hours increase, number of hours we spend on any subjects, then we appropriately our marks on that particular subject will be increased. So with that we can draw a conclusion that when the curve when it curved moves to zero, then there is no when approaches to minus infinity, then the value of x is zero. Means because as its linear regression is binary, either it should be 0 or 1. So if it moves to minus infinity, the value is 0. It's not like if we take an example of cancerous patient, he is not having cancer, we can predict that. If it moves to plus infinity, then we can tell that he is having a cancerous patient, like that. And we can see that there are, based on these linear regression models, we conclude that we can come across few things like what is why we practice this regression model techniques, and why we use, what are the limitations, what are the advantages. Importance of regression is we'll get to know the relationship between the independent and dependent values, and we can ignore that. We can consider the things or the independent variables which are using correlation. After correlation, we can we can analyze, we can draw his conclusion that which independent values are required to our model, so that our model increases in accuracy. The main thing is, at last we need to get an accurate model, so that we can conclude, we can draw results that based on the previous values, we can compare with the our results, and we can take a, we can get to know the accuracy of that particular model. So we will get to know the which independent variables matter the most, or which we can ignore, and how can they interact with each other, and how, what is the impact of independent variables to the dependent variables, and what if there are many independent variables, what is there is only one independent variable. And regression analysis lies in the fact that the powerful statistical models, as we use statistics, we can see that we can get an accurate result. Like we use like mean, r square values and all, we'll get an good accurate results. And even for every model, there'll be advantages as well as limitations. In the same way, regression models has few limitations, like it can't handle for a categorical data. Categorical data is nothing but a data in the form of string other than numerical. So there are even other methods to deal with it, but regression models don't suit for that categorical data. If in case the data set contains such type of data, then we need to convert it into numerical and we need to proceed. So it type of a limitation. And we can, as sometimes when we take a small amount of data, we'll draw a few results. After taking a large amount of data for that particular variables, then we'll get a different outputs. So it varies based on the data set. Even that is one of the limitations. And cause and effect relationship may remain unchanged if it depends upon the cause and effect, that is independent and dependent variables remain unchanged. Even there is any another independent variables are included, there won't be any change. It should not happen. So that if we want to increase our accuracy, we'll add few more models and we'll add few more independent variables, so that we'll increase our accuracy. But it is not supported by the regression, which is another limitation. So the main thing is a regression is carried out as we have dealt with statistical models. We'll through statistical models we'll get to know perfectly correlated values, and which are the things we need to include in our data set. So at last we can get to know that regression analysis used in primarily for quantifying the changes. It depends on the independent and dependent variables, whether the regression models are linear or non-linear. Based on that we can categorize, and whether simple or multiple linear regression, based on that we can categorize. And at last we can tell that all for every data set we need to apply more and more models, so that we can compare to the other models, and we can draw a result that we can take an accuracy. So if we apply only single model, we can't tell that whether it is accurate or not. So we need to apply multiple models. When we apply multiple models, we'll get to know the accuracy. And the main thing is we need to get best fit line, and we'll apply all these models, and we'll predict or we'll forecast the results, and we'll draw the conclusion. And thank you. If you find any questions, if you want to ask any questions, please.
Thank you, Sunita. It's a very appreciable one. You have explained very nicely. Okay, guys, don't hesitate. Like she didn't hesitate. She came up and explained the concepts. Okay, which will build your confidence. My part of work I will do it, but if you do, it will be a remarkable one in your list, I can say. Okay, so this is all about today's class. So we discussed about decision tree, and one more is regression. Still we need to decide three more concepts. One is association rule, artificial neural network, and cluster analysis. Okay, all three are very, very important concepts. They are the booming concepts of present, even in machine learning, artificial intelligence, wherever you go. This concepts is very, very useful. Okay, so I would like to share something with you today. You know about internals. Okay, so as you people know, we are not doing the internals in the Moodle. Okay, what you need to do is, okay, so as the time starts, like for example on 11th 9:30 there is an internal. Okay, exactly on 9:30 11th of 9:30, either the question paper will come to your mail, or even it may be uploaded into the website. Okay, these are the two things, both the places. Even you can find the question paper on the website, or you can upload the question paper on the, what I can say, on your mail. Okay, so once it is done, uh, yeah, Sunita, will you off the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, once the question paper is uploaded, as usual there will be a time of 1.5 hour. Okay, within that 1.5 hour, what you need to do is you need to write the answers for the questions using, okay, using white sheet, proper A4 white sheet, where on the header of the white sheet you should clearly mention your name, USN, okay, branch, everything. Okay, everything properly mentioned. Then you need to write 5 questions. Usually, you know, we are going to give you 10 questions, A or B, A or B, A or B, one or two, one or two, one or two. Okay, so like this there will be 10 questions. You need to write at all the 5 questions, full 5 questions, carrying each 8 marks. Okay, 8 5s are 40, later which is going to be reduced to the 15. Okay, in that 15, again 5 will be your assignment and MCQ. I think you people are doing your MCQs, and even you have submitted your first assignment. As the first internals finishes, I'm going to apply you second assignment, where you are going to write the second assignment, where you will get all full 3 marks plus 2 5, 5 out of 15, 20. Okay guys, so you need to write the answers to the questions, and immediately there is a mail ID, separate mail ID given for all the branches. You need to scan properly in a PDF format. Okay, and immediately you need to upload within half an hour of the time. Okay, so did you understand the concept? Is there anybody is having any doubts, any doubts with respect to internals, the conduction of BDA internals? Let's discuss again why to make some more special session for us. Anybody is having any doubts? BDA ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆಯೇನ್ರಪ್ಪ? ಏನಾದರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗಲೇ ಕೇಳ್ರಪ್ಪ. ಯಾರು ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಕೇಳಬೇಡಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್, ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್. ಅಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ನೇ ಕೊಡ್ತಿರ್ಗ we cannot take that risk. Do you understand what I am saying? Okay, so the questions will be totally different from that of an assignment questions. ಅದನ್ನೇ ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರ. ಬುದ್ಧಿವಂತರು ಹುಡುಗರು ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಅಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ 5 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ನ, ಓಕೆ, 1 or 2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಏನೋ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಏನೋ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯೇನ್ರಪ್ಪ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ? ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಂಡೇಯಿಂದನೇ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದು. ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶೇರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಬೇಡ ಬಿಡಿ ಹೋಗಲಿ. ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್? ಏನಾದ್ರಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿ, ಇವಾಗಲೇ ಡೌಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇದೆಯಾ ಡೌಟ್ಸು? ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ANN ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ಲಸ್ಟರ್ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ರೂಲ್ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿರೋರು ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಓಕೆ, ಇದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿ. ಯಾರೋ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ? ಮೂಡಲಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಕಾಪಿ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು A4 ಶೀಟಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿ PDF ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನು ವಿತಿನ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಆನ್ ಅವರ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಆ ಮೇಲ್ ಐ ಡಿ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಗ್ರೂಪಲ್ಲಿ, ಮೇಲ್ ಐ ಡಿ, ಆ ಮೇಲ್ ಐ ಡಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಎನಿ ಮೋರ್ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್? Okay, with this we are going to conclude today's class. We are going to continue tomorrow's class at the same time. Okay, as you people know, first of all I would like to thank Sunita. She has done a good presentation. Similarly, I would like to thanks to the Srijit. He also has done once the presentation, and I'm going to make Srijit you as a host. Okay, so when sir comes, kindly transfer your host to him. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, with this we are going to conclude today's class. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.